We're live.
It's awesome.
I was sitting here counting my credit cards. What an intro.
Big
This is
baller.
episode 189, I believe.
189.
Not a very good intro on my part. I apologize, but good to be here.
Honestly, it's going to be great because we're going to be able to hear the conversation in the background of the music.
Yeah. Well, he got me started on wallets and money clips.
Big
and,
wallet
and
talk over
credit
here.
cards. Sorry.
So what was the consensus?
About
The wallets.
I think they're pretty cool. I was worried, but he made a good point. I was always worried about like the magnetic strips on the back, like canceling each other, because I've had that happen before. Have you ever gone to like a hotel? And
Yeah,
like,
that's the one time, where I've
yeah,
had
but like
that.
you're walking around with a tablet or something, and there's like you have a magnetic
Yeah.
top on it, and it will cancel out your room key.
I've had that happen
Yeah.
to me before. But
What do you do if you don't have your ID on you? You just fucked.
Well, I
You
just
can't.
go
You
down.
can't. You can't.
Yeah, I
well, you
mean,
can't prove who you are.
I don't remember what I did. I do know that I went down. I had to get it like twice. It's happened twice to me. It kept.
the
Man, I
best
couldn't
is
figure it
when
out.
you like check into a hotel, like
Uh-huh.
you just got there.
Mhm.
You still got your luggage with you. They
Mhm.
hand you your cards, everything. You go up carrying your luggage. You go up to your room for the first time. Card doesn't work.
Yep.
You're like, I haven't even been in the room yet. Card doesn't work. That's happened to me so many times.
Yeah. Do you guys have a time where you got locked out of a room that like vividly like a story that jumps out to you?
No, but that's like a constant like fear of mine. You being like in your underwear or something, like something awkward. You have to walk down and.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
Get
yeah,
in your
that
room.
It
would-
happened to me.
wow.
Oh,
In your underwear?
Yes.
Tell us about it, Jake.
So
I've never heard
it
of
was it was when I lived in Hatteras and I was running from the hurricane.
Yeah.
So I got back from Ocracoke, which is the island that's close to Hatteras, packed all my stuff and drove down and stayed in Nag's Head, which in reality is like not that far. It's like an hour away. So, I mean, if a hurricane or bad storm was going to hit, it was going to hit me in Nag's Head, but I just felt closer to the mainland.
Right.
So it's I'm all flustered, you know. So I get in, go to sleep. I realize like, all right, I'm gonna get up early. We're gonna get up early and get after it. So I wake up early. I think it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I get up, and there was something that was left in my car, and I'm just in my underwear. I'm like, fuck it, nobody's outside. I'm just gonna walk out. So I walk out, door shuts. I am locked out in a torrential downpour rain at 4:30 in the morning in my underwear.
Brutal.
But I had my I didn't have my phone. So what I had to do is I walked across the street to a fisherman's bait place. That was the only place that were open. And you know how the guys kick it outside of McDonald's, the old crew?
The old crew.
So the crew was there, dude. The crew was in the fish store. And I literally walk in, it's like loud, there's like 10 guys talking, and it gets silent. Everybody's head turns to the left, and mind you, this was the era where I wore my silk leopard boxers.
There you
still.
go.
So I'm in my silk leopard boxers, and I just like look at all the guys, and I was just so honest, and I was like, I know this looks crazy. I'm locked out of my hotel. Can I please use your phone? And long story short, I ended up calling my mom. She was like, well, what am I supposed to do? And I was like, I don't know. So she ended up calling the hotel. I had to wait outside for about an hour and a half before
Oh
somebody
my
got there.
God.
No way.
And then they let me in.
Did you give him -10 stars? An hour and a half?
How is there not someone that just works there?
You want to know the best part of it all is when she showed up, she saw me standing out in my underwear, and she made sure before she went in that she smoked 2 cigarettes.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm just standing there staring at her, and she's just not looking at me. So yeah, it absolutely terrifying story,
Yeah,
and
that's
it happened.
That's a nightmare of a story.
Very scary stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's the show.
How's
folks.
everyone
That
doing?
we should just end on that.
I mean, yeah,
that was really good.
it was absolutely terrifying.
Oh man, I can't imagine.
But does anybody
That's-
else have a story?
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think the last time I was on this this particular podcast
program?
of ours program. I'm not sure if it was before or after my little beach trip.
It's before.
Was it before? So that's really the only new thing I've got going on. Was the beach trip, and it was a nice little time. Just
Yeah, how were your travels back specifically?
Nice little getaway.
Specifically, how was it on the way back? That specific
It
moment.
went swimmingly. No, I had a travel day from hell. I'll tell that story real quick because you don't know this. So
I have no
You're-
idea what you're talking
fresh
about.
years, fresh years.
Okay.
It's a shitty story, honestly.
So I leave. I'm in area called Pawleys Island, which is like south of Myrtle Beach by like 35, 40 minutes, maybe something like that. I don't know, but south. Nice little quiet beach town. Never been there before. It was a cool little experience. So it was like a long weekend getaway. So Monday morning comes. We leave our hotel area at 6 a.m., get to the airport, fly out of Myrtle Beach. We have a connecting flight in LaGuardia, New York City, and then fly from there to Pittsburgh and home. So take off around 8 a.m., get to LaGuardia. Hate LaGuardia Airport. Just FYI, that airport sucks. You have to do so much walking. It's fucking stupid.
Never been.
It's
Been
stupid.
there once.
Don't want to go.
It's awful. And I'm talking like you're in the same gate and you have to do that much walking. So anyways, same terminal, I'm sorry. Get to my gate and we're delayed by a half hour. I'm like, whatever. So then a half hour rolls by. They load us on the plane. They take us out to the runway. And then we sat on the runway for 3 hours. Engine off. I have a pregnant wife. I'm drenched in sweat. She's like overheating. There's a old lady with a fucking dog. The dog's dying, like overheating. I'm like, can you give us water, anything? So long story short, it was some kind of like weather pattern that they kept watching from the radar. They weren't sure, and like it's like it really just pisses me off because like just have some nuts and fly through it because
Or why do they make you stay on the fucking
Or yeah,
plane?
or why'd you put
Why
me on the
can't
plane?
you fucking walk back to the terminal?
so yeah, exactly.
Why
I
is there
agree
no air going on the plane?
because they have to. So like when they fuel up planes, they only put in like the correct amount to get to where it's going. So
Damn
they
them.
can't just sit there for 3 hours with the plane running.
Not a drop more. Not a drop.
Yeah, or
less.
else they might not have enough fuel to get to the destination. So they got to cut the engines, and then you're just sitting there miserable.
Mm.
So I guess there's a new rule now or new law that like you can only do that for 3 hours. Once you hit 3 hours, you have to take the plane back to the gate.
Which that's 2 hours too long. by
I
the way.
agree. I think
Yeah.
once it hits an hour, if you're not going to take off, take us back. I agree. 100%. So anyways, take us back to the gate, and then we're not even fully deplaned yet, where they come over the loudspeakers. They're like, all flights out of LaGuardia are grounded. I'm like,
Oh man,
okay.
man, you probably went off.
I was not well.
He hasn't been that grounded since 6th grade.
Seriously. Seriously. I was not well. I was very upset, and I was freaking out because I had a very important meeting for work the next morning in Fairmont. I was like, I have to make this meeting.
You ain't making that.
What do? We start looking at all the next flight options. They're not till like late morning the next day. So I had to rent a car. I was like, I'm going to drive the fuck home from New York City.
Good job. Good idea.
Yeah. So I find all the rental
It's a
car.
great idea,
Yeah, it's
except
a
this
fan-
is Sunday and his meeting's the next day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So all the rental car places at the airport, they aren't at the actual airport. They're like a mile away. You got to take a shuttle. So then I got to get on a shuttle, go to the rent-a-car place. Then it takes an hour of waiting in line there, get my rent-a-car. And by this point, it's like, so they put us on that plane at 12:30, got us off at 3:30.
oh man.
It's now around 4:45, and I'm in my rental car. I have to go back to the airport so Brooke can get her checked bag that was in the plane that they took off.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
thankfully, that actually didn't take that long. We got it within like 15 minutes. So then we're leaving LaGuardia at like 5 a.m. exactly, or 5 p.m. exactly. What do you think happens? The fucking storm that was supposed to come finally hits, and then I'm stuck. This was a Monday. I'm stuck in New York City rush hour traffic, baby. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to get out of the city. It was nuts. It was like once I got in that
So
car,
sorry.
it was like another 9 hours of travel in the car. I didn't get home to Wheeling till like a little after 2 a.m.
Did you
was-
go to the meeting?
I did, yeah. I had to. It
I
was-
just remember checking locations and being like, why the fuck are Zarly and Brooke driving in New Jersey right
Dude,
now?
it was awful. It was awful. The only, if you could ever call this a silver lining, the only silver lining was that like towards the end of New Jersey there was a White Castle, and I have never had White Castle, so
Was
Did
it good?
Did it smack?
it did smack, but
Say
like
it was mad.
it's
I've
but,
never
like
had
it
it.
smacked because I hadn't eaten since fucking 7 a.m.
Okay,
literally,
Okay.
but like it was
Big factor.
it was kind of
it
mid.
the Harold and Kumar scene? Like, did you get like 18
Dude,
burgers?
that's literally like as we were approaching, I was like, Brooke, remember that scene in Harold and Kumar? They roll up and he's like, I'll have 30 burgers, 10 large fries, and a large Coke. And then the next guy's like, I'll have the exact same order except make mine a Diet Coke.
Oh man.
So yeah, travel day from hell, and I've never had a travel day like that before. So that was a new experience, and that's like the shit you read about like on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like somebody
that's bad.
somebody says, "Oh, I had the worst fucking day," and then they're tagging the airline in it, like "fuck you." It's like,
Dude, they make movies about shit like that.
Mhm.
And quite frankly, I hope I mean, it's inevitable, but I hope I never have to experience it.
I hope not either.
I might
Yeah.
have just started a new life.
I mean, what are you going
Just
to
been
do
on
at
the
that
streets in
point?
New York.
Yeah.
It really makes me appreciate like the times where I've been like delayed like an hour and was still
Yeah.
throwing a fit, because like this was a whole other monster. It really sucked. Really sucked.
Did anybody on the plane like get irate, or did everyone remain calm?
Couple
or-
guys like were yelling, not like yelling like just like uncontrollably. They'd be like, "Can we get some AC back here?" Or "Can we get some water? You have any update?" So many guys were on. There were so many guys that were on the plane that were, well, a couple weird things. There were so many business guys just talking about like, "I have a meeting in Pittsburgh at 5:30." Oh, buddy, I don't think you're making that meeting. But then it was weird. There was like 5 fucking other pilots just in scattered around the plane, like they were just traveling. And they kept chiming in. They were like, "Oh, well, I would have taken off by now."
Dude, this
So many pilots.
This guy's
I
a
was like,
pussy.
they're like, "Man, I don't know what's going on, but I would have got us there." It's like, okay.
this might be the new hot take or not, but I am starting to understand why people flip out on planes.
Telling you.
Like honestly.
It's
it's starting to get crazy.
That would do it for me. The 3 hours sitting there and you can't get off the plane.
No, and when I tell you I was drenched in sweat, I'm talking like I felt like I just played a hockey game.
Oh, there's nothing worse than sitting on the plane for like that 25, 30, whatever minutes before they take off. It is so hot.
It's hot.
It's miserable.
It's hot because normally the air things don't work until you're actually flying. Because it's like pulling that air. But yeah, it was just fucked. It was all kind of fucked. I will say Delta refunded our flights, or they credited our flights, and then they paid for the rental car.
Well, that was nice of them.
So
Did you have to call? Bitch up a storm, I'm assuming.
yeah, oh yeah. Brooke's like a Delta Sky Miles Platinum member or some
Is
shit.
she- oh,
So
that's
but
good.
she got on the chat and was like, you know,
Fuck you.
and they were like, okay, we'll pay for the rental car, just provide all the receipts, and we'll credit you back for the flights. Like, yeah, damn
That is kinda
straight.
fire.
I was like, kept telling her, I was like, no, you tell them we want cash for the flights. Tell them we want cash. I don't want credit. I want cash. Didn't work.
Did you try to expense the White Castle?
No.
good.
I should have.
This was lunch for the day, you pricks.
I should have. But I did order just like a crazy amount of food at White Castle when we got there. I got like
It would have been an all timer for me.
I got like 5 sliders, and they have a basket of fries. I was like, I'll get the basket of fries. I got a large chocolate milkshake. I got an order of mozzarella sticks.
Oh, I didn't know they had moth sticks.
Something else too.
I've only been to one in like some random city in Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, like it was good, but definitely like it's fast food. That's all I'll say about it.
Did
Like,
you know it's the first fast food restaurant ever?
is it
White
really?
Castle, yeah, before McDonald's, before all of them.
I'd like
Really?
to see a
Mhm.
movie on that.
Dang, that's pretty
Has
cool.
anybody seen the McDonald's movie?
No.
Which one?
With Batman?
yeah, I have. It's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks
Batman.
good. I've seen like clips of it on
Founder.
YouTube. It
Yeah,
always
it's good.
looks really good.
Yeah.
Didn't he just kind of like swindle the business away from him?
Yeah, he fucked him. I'm like a fast food historian.
There you go.
Oh,
I like
shit.
that. I
All
like
right.
that. Do you
Yeah.
put that in your? You should put that in your Twitter bio.
I should. Yeah.
Fast
Yeah.
food historian.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he was like, he got into business with him, and then he started like changing little things, and they were like, "You need to stop this," and he kind of kept it up. and then he just like had it from under them, and basically gave them an ultimatum where they didn't really have a choice. One of them was really sick, one of the brothers.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to do this in the first place. Now it's getting like bigger, and they just wanted not do it anymore. They're basically like, whatever the fuck you want. And when they were getting to sign the contract, the McDonald's brothers were smart, and they said, well, we want royalties. We want 1% of all sales. And them being like farm boys, Ray Kroc was like, I promise you'll get it. Just shake my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to put in the contract, but you shake on it. I swear to you, you'll get your They didn't get one penny.
Wow.
It would have been
What?
worth like $500 million in the first couple years.
Wow.
Damn.
And
That's sickening.
they each got like $1 million. And yeah, his wife, Ray Kroc, was a fucking asshole, but like his second wife or whatever, like she ended up giving like half of it to charity. Like that's how much money it was. She was like, I don't know what to do with all this money.
Dude, so what?
Wow.
What's another fast food
But
store?
then so
this is fire.
so then the original is in San Bernardino, California,
Okay.
and it's not there anymore. The first ever McDonald's, because Ray Kroc opened a McDonald's in San Bernardino, California, and said
shut-
you can't have your own last name on your building, which makes sense. But at the
Oh
same
my
time,
God.
these fucking
What?
brothers made this out of nothing. They created the whole fast food off of the Ford assembly line. Like they built all of that and came up with the idea.
Dude, imagine.
Isn't that
and
crazy?
they said you can't have your name on it, and they went out of business that year.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
That's why. Yeah,
They got fucked.
They got fucked.
They
Yeah.
got fucked big time.
Holy shit.
I've seen that scene, the scene where he like they're sitting at that boardroom table and he's like promises them. He's like, you just shake my hand and I promise, like, yeah, it won't be in the contract. I've seen that scene, but I didn't realize that after that, yeah, that they end up not actually getting their royalty. So that's fucked.
Dude, are there any other fire fast food stories that you know?
I don't know. You'd have to give me a fast food joint. I'm not
Burger
sure.
King.
Oh,
Like,
let me
was
inter-
he a king? Was it named after a king?
let me interject real quick if we're going to talk
Yes.
about Burger King. I just ate Burger King the other day for the first time in well over like couple years, 2 years. It actually like smacked.
It slaps. I'd
It
slap.
smacked. It
I'm
was
so-
so good.
It's so good.
Since this is an honesty corner here, it's been a while, probably a year and a half ago when I was still at National, I got the original chicken sandwich at Burger King in Wellsburg, and it was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, it was, dude.
It was unbelievable.
I think what made me fall out with Burger King was the Burger King in the Mountain Lair down in Morgantown, which it's not there. I took a quick walk through the Mountain Lair like a couple weeks ago, and it's changed a lot.
What's
but
in there now?
Wait, you said Burger King is not in there?
it's not there anymore. I forget
Huh.
what's in its
Damn.
place. But
Rest in peace.
there's like a
Yeah.
there's like a witch in there now. The Chick-fil-A still there.
I've said this before, but I never got Witch because it was on the very tail end of me living in Morgantown because I just didn't know how to order. They have like, I don't think you can go up there and order. You have to get like a piece of paper and fill out some bullshit.
Oh, really?
So I was like, I'm just never going to go there.
It's
I don't
too
even
much
know what
work.
this is.
I
What
know.
is which?
It's just like a
it's
WHICH or
Yeah, it's like a
WITCH? Like
I
which?
think it's
which?
both.
It's
I
a
think
play
it's
on
both. It's a
words.
play
Yeah,
on
I don't know
words,
which
like-
order it is, but I believe they're both in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never heard of that place either.
I never.
So I'm happy
There
you
was
said that.
I've eaten at one before. It's very similar to like Jersey Mike's or whatever, kind of.
I've still never
when
eaten there
when I
either.
was in it's good. You need to try it. When I was in North Carolina, there was a witch down the street. I went and got a Philly cheesesteak from there one day. It was pretty good.
Cool.
But Wendy's, why we have Wendy's is kind of like a similar story.
Let's go.
So Dave Thomas, I believe it was KFC, I think. Yeah, he worked under the Colonel, and then when the
Oh.
Colonel was done,
What?
the guys that came in like fucked him too. And I shouldn't I don't remember the exact story, but they said that he couldn't deal in stocks anymore because he was dealing in like KFC stocks or something similar. So then he started dealing with like not competitors but like suppliers and people that worked with KFC. So he's like betting on their own success. So like the people who worked over him basically told him again, it's a breach of contract. You can't do that. So they could basically do the same
What
stocks.
the fuck?
So they fucked Dave Thomas, and then they like those stocks would have been worth a ton, but he sold them for like nothing. So he said, "Fuck you! I'm going to start my own fast food chain." That's why we have Wendy's.
Fuck Fuck
Wow.
yeah. Dude, I didn't know the
That's cool.
fast food industry
That's
was this
incredible.
ruthless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you know all this stuff either.
I love the history of food restaurants
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah, I tell you what, Wendy's is really falling out of my favor. It used to be
Yeah.
like my favorite one. I bitched about this last time I was
Yeah.
on here. It's the
It's all
fries.
right,
it's the
man.
fries, man. They ruined it for me.
because of what they put on them to keep them fresh.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of chemical.
Yeah.
It is. Don't eat the Wendy's fries, man. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
the
Oh, I
chili
remember
instead?
back in the day. They used to like this was. Does anybody remember Olestra? You ever heard?
no.
No.
It was it was supposed to be a healthier fat.
Sounds like a strip club.
Well,
It
what? It was supposed to be like
does.
a healthier oil fat that you could put
Okay.
fries in,
Okay.
and like people say, oh, we got to use Olestra, but then they found out that like it was congealing. Does that mean coming together?
Never heard that
Maybe.
word.
You're the-
Congeal.
Coagulating.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like
What?
coming back together
Coagulating.
into like its original form
You mean
in people,
Well, inside of people.
inside of people, and it was causing like gastric problems for people.
Ooh.
Ooh, that
Mhm.
sounds
Don't like
Olestra,
that.
Not
Olestra.
good.
I think
Whoa.
everything should be cooked in avocado oil. I'm serious. I put that shit on everything when I cook.
Do you
Avocado
really?
oil. Fuck yeah.
Can you deep fry an avocado oil?
Oh yeah.
Sure you can.
You can really deep fry in any kind of oil, as long as you get it up to the right temperature.
Yeah, but avocado oil has to be at a lower temperature, doesn't it?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know, Bubba.
We don't claim to be
I don't know.
scientists.
I use it on.
I don't know about cooking. Just
I-
people who
I,
cook.
It's like I use the spray version,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's good for like slickening up your pans. You know what I'm saying? Or your grill. I'll spray the grill down before I put any grilled chicken on.
Dude, that's one talent that I don't have that I hope to acquire in the future.
Grilling,
It's just being able to just like crush it on a grill.
grill master.
Yeah.
I fucking love grilling, dude. I make a whole ritual out of it. Like you grab yourself a beer, you pop the grill on, you just fucking
Oh.
grill some meats.
It's breaking.
You grill some meats and just kick it.
I'm gonna be on the ground soon. Oh, thank you, sir.
Dude, this is actually hysterical because we had the same thing happen and hit some picks last night, and we stopped the whole episode to fix the chair.
Who was sitting there? Let me
Ty.
guess.
Dude, just say Melvin. Did
Dude,
Melvin
guess how
break it?
much Ty weighs? That was
I
like
know how much he weighs.
Nah, we don't need to shame people.
245.
no. We talked about it. It was a topic on the pod because the number he said, I literally looked at him and I was just like, "You are the most beautiful person that I've ever seen that weighs that much."
It's actually unbelievable. I mean, this was a year ago when we were talking about last time, but I think a year ago he was like in the 270s. So is he still in the 270s?
277.
Yeah.
And I looked at him. I
I would-
said, "You are the most beautiful
That
270."
is crazy. He doesn't look 277.
Yeah, and then we said like that at least 15 of that was his dick and balls, so we cut it down to 262.
I'd say 30. I'd say 30 to 40 pounds each for his fucking calves.
Yeah, dude, true. That's true. So yeah, shout out Ty, dude. You look great. Don't let a doctor tear you down.
Shout out.
Shout out. But I mean, honestly, I want to know what's on the paper.
Oh,
Yeah, you always come prepared with notes. And
Do you
stuff,
have a
so
legitimate wheeling
I
paper?
appreciate that.
I
too.
do too.
I do have the Wheeling newspaper.
There you go.
And then I
I read
something
one of
off.
those last Friday at Wakeham's. They always have some nice
There you
papers.
go. There you
Well, what
go.
I'm finding I'm doing, and I think you'll be proud of me, after I finished my book, How to Retire and Not Die.
Wow.
And
That's
I-
a sick book.
oh, so,
Isn't that-
no, you were you reading the book?
I was
or were you-
reading the
oh,
book because I was
I thought you
looking
were
for-
writing.
I
a book.
took it too. I was like, impressive.
It's
no,
like,
no,
damn,
no,
you
no,
you
no,
wrote
no.
that baby quick.
How to Retire and Not Die
and so,
by AJ
and so
Buchanan.
part of it was like, I have to have like 3 steps or 3 things I have to do. I want to make sure I do every day. So what I've been trying to do is like in the morning,
The
take
3-step program.
kind of, but but it's a long story. But anyhow, long story short, every day I want to make sure I take the dog for a walk, I read the paper. But now I'm like, take the dog for a walk, sit on the porch, drink some coffee, and I do the crossword puzzle in the newspaper.
Ooh.
And that sounds
Okay.
very relaxing.
They always humble me and piss me off. Though.
well, but anyhow, so this one,
Are you stumped? Or are we about to try to solve this?
you're not going to solve this.
Oh,
This is-
let's
Oh,
go,
here we
dude.
I love this shit.
Let's go.
Okay. There's context for this. Like we all grew up here in Wheeling, and we all know about Oglebay Park.
Uh-huh.
Are you aware of what's going on at
I
Oglebay?
don't even want to talk about it. I'm very fucking pissed off.
I have no
I'm
idea.
very, you're gonna be pissed off too.
November
Oh
the
yeah.
6th through the 8th, Oglebay Park is planning a deer calling.
Wait,
Calling.
the 6th through the 8th? Do you know what is also the 6th through the 8th at Oglebay?
Yeah, Oglebay
Is
Fest.
Oglebay Fest.
No, it's November. Yeah,
Oh.
November.
Yeah.
So apparently, and yeah, I've been like, I read a lot about. There's so much stuff on Facebook about like
Wait,
all
hold
these
on,
different.
real quick. What's a deer call?
They're gonna. The
I had to read
population's
further.
too high
Yeah,
up
I
there,
know
so
what
they're gonna
it
do a
is.
controlled hunt.
The Department of Tourism, not tourism, but I don't know, West Virginia Division of Natural Resources came in and said,
In Oglebay?
No.
yeah, they're saying that they said that the deer population at Oglebay is 5 times of what it should be, and now Oglebay is saying that they're a danger, and there are accidents with the deers and they're running into cars and stuff like that, and so they need to call the herd because I mean there are different ways of looking at this. So this is why I thought it'd be a good place to talk about it. I'm not a hunter. By any of you guys hunt?
No.
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 If you hunt, but
I mean, in my family, like
Yeah, I'm
my
not-
dad did
yeah.
a lot, but I never
yeah,
did it.
I am not like
I grew up in a big hunting family, but
Yeah.
I never.
it's not
hunted.
I'm not I don't hunt, but I'm not anti-hunting at all. So like I get it. You know, the purpose of hunting, it does help to decrease the population of the deer because when there are so many of them, they have diseases, they do cause damage. You know, it's actually
Viruses.
yeah, it's actually healthier for the deer, particularly during deer season, that we call them.
Yeah, well, you can tell that to Jeff who gets a bow through his face, but yeah, I understand.
Well, so but see, that's what they're
Zach.
saying.
It's good for us.
Well, they're like closing. They're going to be closing Oglebay, sections of Oglebay, so you're not going to be able to go and visit. I guess the first. I may be wrong about some of this, but they'll have people are paying a fee to go in. It's not going in with a gun. It's going in
It's
with a
bows,
bow,
yeah.
and so they have to set up in trees, so to speak, and they're starting like an hour before dawn, and they're stopping it an hour after dawn. And so they'll be allowed to, like,
Purge.
get rid of the excess deer, and it's being made more palatable for the public because they're using the deer that are killed there as a food source. Like they have
Deer meat's good. I'm not gonna.
yeah,
sit
I'm
here
not.
and say
I,
it's-
yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's an odd situation. I don't. It's just really strange. But they're going to give it to local charities and stuff for food. There are a lot of meat companies in the area that are going to process it. So you're just not going to take a dead deer down to Catholic Charities or the soup kitchen and drop it off. It'll be processed so that they can use
Here
it.
you go, sister.
But they'll also take it and donate in places. But it's a lot of people are upset, and I understand it because, like, when you go to Oglebay, the deer there are basically tame because people will go up and feed them. You can go up and pet them. You can't normally do that to deer
Right.
in the wild. And so they're saying this
Damn, that's so true.
this isn't like hunting. It's not like a fair thing to be doing for the deer, because people go there. Like if you go on if you type in go on Facebook, if you have it or anything, and you just type in Oglebay and deer, you'll see people like with their pictures with the deer, and like people always gather up by the observatory there, that up right above the nature center. That's where all the deer gather, and like people just they pet them, they feed them. Oglebay has signs up that says you're not allowed to do that, but the big issue right now is like it's just that they're doing this,
Right.
and
It's
I don't
probably not the most humane thing, I'm sure.
I'm pretty upset about it, to be honest, because like you said, the deer up there are so used to like humans that like they don't run away. You can go right up to them.
Right.
It's gonna be so. I saw one of the rules is like you have to be in a tree stand. Like they're not gonna
Right.
be just like walking up to deer, but
No.
still,
Could you fucking
Still,
imagine?
it's gonna be the easiest. It's gonna be a massacre, dude. All these deer are just gonna be standing still, enjoying their day like they have
Yeah,
forever up there. I don't know. It sickens me, but whatever. I think a smarter thing if the population's really that bad out there, fucking trank dart as many as you want and fucking move them. Take them somewhere
I
else.
didn't want to be dumb, but why can't you just throw them in a trailer?
Exactly.
And take them somewhere else.
Well, I've been reading stuff about it, and that's where it's like there's so other people are suggesting the same thing, and they're saying there's no place to take them because there are so many areas around the country that are overrun with deer anyhow because they go into end up going into populated areas anyhow.
Yeah.
And there was someone that was actually saying something about that down in Moundsville. What's the park down there?
Grandview.
Grandview. That they live behind Grandview Park, and that deer, like they'll have 13 deer in their backyard on any given day. And it's like, I understand the disease thing. I get it. But this has been going on at Oglebay for so long. I don't know. I just think it's like, I mean, they're talking. One of the things that I saw was, I don't know who the name of the lawyer, Torseva.
Yeah.
She's been really vocal about it because she says that it's actually illegal what they're doing because you cannot hunt something which has been like fed, like it's against the law to feed wild animals on public.
Basically, what they
Yes.
did is created this big
Right.
feeding thing for
Yes.
years. That's
Right.
it's like if you started doing that in your backyard.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then
That's a good point. I never
Right, she's
thought
saying
of
it's
that.
totally illegal to be doing it on public land,
Oh,
and you
man.
can't do that. And that's
No.
they're saying, like you've created this environment where people are feeding them, and the deer are tame, and like you're not
hopefully,
really hunting them, but you are. I don't. It's just such a.
I'll make a prediction that it won't happen because we're
Yeah.
a couple months out. I bet we'll get to end of October and they'll be like, we're just not going to
I'd like to see her file
Too
a
many
lawsuit.
moving parts.
Yeah.
I don't feel super strongly either way, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't feel like I'm pulled. Like I'm not.
yeah.
I don't have that animal connection that most other people do, I guess. And I'm not like a big hunter either. So
I think the big thing, like, I don't know. I know these type of situations have to happen at times with animals, but I just think it's happening. It's weird that it's happening in Oglebay. I think
Yes.
that's the
Yes.
part that's
That's
kind of
weird.
weirding me out
Yes.
because it does happen all over the place, but like having it that's the odd part.
there's something weird about it being like that public park your whole
Yeah.
life,
Yeah,
and
and
they're
it's
just
like
gonna
you said, like-
slaughter a bunch of deer.
Dude,
for a
think
week.
like,
But,
well,
like, you
think
think
about it.
of-
We'll be on the golf course up there, and the deer will just be like right on the
Yeah.
tee box with us.
Yeah,
Stuff
exactly.
like that.
Like
They're
you were
just
saying,
so
like,
used to humans.
absolutely.
not
like
threatened.
People are all going up there during Oglebay Fest, and all these deer are going to be around there.
yeah.
But like, just to,
I was worried. Maybe I might start wandering or something.
but
I
can
thought it
you
was at
imagine,
Oglebay Fest.
It's just I was looking at I'm not bashing Oglebay by any means. I'm just saying, like, I looked on their website, and this whole deer thing's not even posted on there that this is what they're
Yeah, I'm
doing
sure.
because they don't.
They don't want the bad
Yeah,
publicity.
known
it's
for
like,
that.
Yeah.
don't
I
know.
I think the one good thing coming out of this though is if they really are going to turn them into food that will feed the community, I think that's got to be a plus in some sense.
It's just like how intelligent are deer? Like they're intelligent enough to know that that's a safe space up there.
Right.
So
Yeah,
like
because that's where they live.
when half of their herd starts just dropping dead all around them, like
They'll disappear.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like will the deer situation ever be the same up there, or
I
will they scatter and like
I always thought deer were
Live
kind
in
of
fear again.
stupid. No offense to deer. I mean, this
Well,
is dumb intelligence on myself. I used to think they were stupid until I watched them since like I have families that live like everywhere around me, and it is quite awesome to watch because like they do look both ways when they cross the street.
They do.
It's very crazy.
On I went to the gym on my way home. This woman, or no, she was probably younger than me, dumber than a deer, honestly.
Sheesh.
And you've seen how dumb deer can be around the street.
Yeah.
She was going into like the apartments by Jesuit. She had like a clothes basket. She was in the street with her door. Her door was fully opened, and then she's in the street, like going past the coffee shop.
Yeah. That's
So
very dangerous.
I had to go like across the line and like slam on my brakes and risk like getting hit on the other side.
Did you turn
Because
around?
I didn't want to murder this dumbass chick who was just in the middle of the road.
You should have turned around, yelled at her, and then got her number.
Wow.
Why don't you just stop?
I basically did, but I was kind of going a little quickly up the road.
He was vibing.
But like
Okay.
No, I
this
get it.
this
It's very
chick
dumb.
didn't even phase her. I was probably like a couple feet away from her, didn't even phase her.
I mean, dude, you really don't have to worry about life at all when your parents do your laundry.
Yeah,
You know
true.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
if she was coming back from her parents, she just got all of her laundry done. She's at the peak of happiness.
I
right
guess
now,
so.
You know?
Yeah, those were good times in life.
Yeah. They really
my
were.
parents are still doing my laundry, but now my wife just does it.
So yeah, I was almost like I might not be here because I'm at this scene of ripping somebody's door off their hinges, but gladly I'm here.
Dude, that would have sucked. Just front page. Bubba Slider just and the clink.
Yeah.
Bubba Slider knocks out laundry from woman's hands.
All right, so I'm curious though, because when we started
yeah.
before the deer conversation, you were talking about a crossword puzzle. So like, did you figure it all out, or did you need us to help?
No, I mean I can complete. I can complete. a
Oh, I thought you had like
I thought you were
brain
stumped
buster
on
over
one.
there,
You were
yeah.
going to give us a little bit of trivia here or something.
I just thought the deer story.
Yeah,
It's happening in Wheeling,
it's a
it's like-
compelling story. Don't get me
I
wrong.
just I don't know.
You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go up there during those days and hide in the bushes with an air horn
I
to try to save the deer.
I-
As soon as I see a
Local-
guy with a bow lining up, I'm going to be like, "Wah!"
Local hero.
Local
Would
hero.
you go up if groups started to get together? Would you go up and protest? If they were
Absolutely
doing this?
not.
I think that's how you
I've
get an
not.
arrow
I've
in your
never been
ear.
a protester.
No, not protest on the day of, but like go up and protest so that it doesn't happen.
No, because they're feeding the community. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. They're giving food back to the people.
Allegedly.
That's what-
It's not like they're just killing them and just scrapping them and getting rid of them. At least they're doing something to try to help around here. I get it's weird, and I get you shouldn't do it, but it's big that they're
That's putting a
Feeding
lot of
people.
confidence in the public community, though. To
100%.
Go up there and listen to all the rules.
100%.
You know, there's gonna be some jackasses up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I like. That's what pissed me off. I was like, there's probably so many fucking like, and I don't mean to offend anybody when I say this, but there's probably so many. Okay, I feel like I gotta say a few things
He
before I
almost said
say
it.
what
I
I'm
saw
gonna say.
the word that was about to come out of
No,
his mouth.
there's a lot of people that hunt for the right reason, and then there's a lot of people that hunt to just because they get off on it. In my opinion,
They get fucked
and
off.
it's a little bit annoying. But there's probably so many people salivating right now, being like, "Oh, it's gonna be a free for all up there. I'm in," and like that bothers me. Like they better do their due diligence on the hunters that they bring in. Like they better be like fucking respect the land type dudes.
Well, this is what I'm understanding, and I think it's a really good point you're making there. But from what I understand, like I guess when you hunt, you have to pay for a tag,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
and the tag is for what?
The tag is because you're only allowed, I believe, to have like 3 a year or 3 a season.
Right. And so what people are saying is that legit hunters will not go up there to do this. Number one,
That's a good point.
because
They'll use
they
up their
don't want
tags.
they don't want to waste a good tag on something that's not really hunting.
Yeah.
It's because it's not hunting.
Right.
And so who are the people that are going to go up there and do that? They've been talking of some of the stuff that they're saying in some of these articles is that they want people to do this like as a youth day, to let like kids go up and be in the trees and
Oh,
let
holy
young
shit.
hunters go in and do it.
I'm done.
This
with
is
it.
awesome
I'm
now.
done with this conversation.
This is
That's what I'm
awesome.
saying. Like that's what I'm saying.
We're
Like, it's
creating
so-
warriors out here, boys.
It's so bizarre that they're having this. I just have a really hard time.
They're
with it
training
because,
the
like,
youth because they know that our food is shortage is coming. So they're training the kids how to kill for food.
Number one, all this is
Tinfoil
happening
hat.
because, to me, this is my opinion, not knocking Oglebay or anything, but like they've let people go up there and they've let the deer become domesticated
yes.
because they let people feed them, and it's against the law to feed those animals. So if they're the ones that have caused this issue, and I think they're admitting it, but God, I hope that like, are they going to do anything afterward to make sure that we don't continue to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's such a
how
bizarre
how do you
thing.
stop the problem from happening again, like another
Yeah.
10 years down the line?
Right. It's just like it's such
You
a
shoot the people that feed them.
I always yeah. Well,
those tree stands are permanent, and the youth get to patrol the streets of Oglebay. You feed that deer, your head's getting taken off by old Jeremiah up there in the tree. So you better not fuck around. You better not fuck around up there, all right?
It's just so bizarre.
It's
to
bizarre.
be walking around. Like I was driving down here for this podcast, it was like, I used to like to take Charlie and like walk around Oglebay, but like
Now
Now
you're
I'm like-
risking arrows
no,
through the air.
no. You are crazy. No, like
Chill out, Jebediah. Heal.
Probably a lot of kids in Moundsville getting their Christmas gifts early this year.
that's true. The people in Moundsville will probably come up to do this.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
man.
It's Christmas.
You think? It's Christmas
She-
No, I
morning.
just think it's like I just don't like. Can you walk? So when you're walking through Oglebay, you're walking through it's like walking down Death Row during Oglebay Fest because you know that like half the deer that you see are going to be dead within a
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Hey, but look
You
at it
know,
this
it's
way.
so
Hold on.
surreal.
Look at
Be
it
a
this
good
way.
time.
Look at it this way.
No, don't. See, you're going to
It's
twist
a
this.
I am
joyous.
gonna
It's a
twist
joyous
this.
occasion.
Because it's better than them getting shredded apart by coyotes or something.
That would happen in the wild. This is not. You've domesticated them. That's the problem.
There
You
ain't
could
no
un-
coyotes up in the Oglebay.
I'll go unleash the beast, boys.
Ain't no coyotes up there.
But I don't know. Listen, we're feeding people. It's a good thing.
Mhm.
You got to control.
I
the
would rather
population.
I would
Food
rather
on the
take the
table.
number of people that need fed and just get rid of them and leave the deer alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, ship those people to fucking.
It's a circle of life. It's a dog eat dog world out here,
But
boys.
it's not.
It's
Yeah.
a dog eat dog world.
I say we.
I don't think it's a circle of life.
I would agree, but I'd say we move on from this
Yeah,
conversation.
can we please? 'Cause
Yeah.
he's just-
So
It's
you got
the
like a crossword? You got like a
circle of
crossword
life.
puzzle in there?
No, I do. I've already.
All right,
I'm
what-
kidding. What's on this
yeah,
piece of
what-
paper?
what's
You
on the
brought
sheet?
more notes.
What's on the sheet?
Well,
Is
Let's
that
go to the sheet.
Jeez.
We're heading
We
to
got
the sheet.
I
we
had
got
a friend that's-
highlighted passages and stuff there.
Yeah, I see some highlighted sections. What do we got?
this is going on. It's another it's just injustice all over this world.
Oh,
I'm
here
just
we
not-
go. You
It's
always,
a
you
damn
always bring,
shame. Go,
he
dude.
always brings
What
the
this
tough
world's coming
I
to.
fucking love it.
He brings the tough conversations to the table, and
Are
I
you familiar
appreciate that.
with the his name is Daryl George, a black youth in Texas, who has been suspended at least for 2 weeks and has been suspended again because of his hair. Have
No.
you heard about that?
No.
I've not.
Okay,
What is he suspended from?
high school.
Ah.
Because of his hair.
Yes.
Murder the principal.
Okay.
Next.
next social injustice.
No,
Put
I'm
him in
just kidding.
Oglebay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
We'll give him a
Take-
chance.
Take the principal to Oglebay and say,
Get out here, Jebediah.
See, now I'm not
All
going
right.
to bring all these good articles. You
All
ought to
right, let's
bring
go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Lock
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
Lock
Shit.
in. Lock in.
Let's go.
So
Lock in.
this is it's another racial thing that's going on.
Yep.
Gosh.
Because
Shocker.
he wears his hair because he had his hair, he's black, his hair is longer, and the school has a policy that your hair cannot be like down to your collar or over your
I need some more
thighs.
context. Is this a private school or public school?
Public school.
Then it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter. Right. And so and
Why do they have requirements in
yeah.
a public school?
It's public school.
And is this just
Well-
for males, or do all the females have to abide by the
Yeah, is
same
that-
hair
is the
rules?
hair rule for
male students' hair will not extend at any time below the eyebrows or below the ear lobes.
First of all,
well,
why can they control hair? That's what I never understood.
that's I gotta say just first off, that is a weird ass rule to have
It's a very
in
weird
public school.
Well, it's a racist role because it's directed towards black people because a lot of them he's wearing his in what is called a lock. So his hair is
I'm
long.
familiar with dreadlocks.
No, not a lock. Dreadlocks. I mean, they're dreadlocks
Locks.
normally, but the locks, he's wearing them up. So it's
Ah.
like they're up, so they're not anywhere below his earlobe.
Okay, so
or down.
that's the issue.
So what they're doing is they're saying your hair is still too long, and they're suspending him because of this, even though his hair is up. And so da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And so the state, and just so that we're clear on it, the state of Texas, on the day that this happened, instituted the state's Crown Act, which is a law prohibiting discrimination based on one's hair texture or protective hairstyle, such as locks and braids, went into effect. So he was suspended on the same day that the state said you can't do that to people, and they
To
keep
make an
suspending
example.
him
So how many times has he been suspended?
twice. He's missed school for 2 weeks. They're trying to get him to go to an alternative education program.
Fuck that.
I don't-
I'll protest. See, I would protest.
You
for
would
that.
protest this, but not the killing of
Yes.
innocent deer.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
1,000% protesting this
Yeah,
before
I
the
just
deer.
like. I cannot believe
feeding
that
people.
shit like this still goes on in the United
and,
States.
and honestly, though, but the thing is, it goes on probably more than this. That this just happened
yeah.
to make the news or
Mhm.
whatever, wherever you
Right.
found that. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, if this was a private school situation, I would get it
Oh, for sure.
because
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
so
lived
different.
it. It's very different. But public school, there,
Yeah.
aside from coming to school like fucking naked,
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's still extremely strange and extremely weird that people get offended by people just dressing or looking how they want to.
yeah, it's very
Yes.
odd.
I think it's so weird, and that's something that I don't think I'll ever understand.
No, I agree with you.
Because, like, hey, I like wearing Carhartt shirts every day and sweat shorts.
It
That's
just-
just what I do.
It just harkens back to just like everything. Doesn't matter about that. Like if you let anybody's personal choices just like piss you off, you're like, why?
You're weird.
Yeah,
it's
like,
weird.
Just let those people do what they want because it doesn't affect
Mhm.
your day to day.
Right.
Facts.
It's very
thing-
it's very
Preach.
strange to
I
me.
think for in our country, we've always wanted people to assimilate into more of a white culture in terms of what's going on in the country. But I think that the times have definitely changed. But then stuff like this pops up, and you're like, what's going on?
I don't
here?
even. I don't even think it's more of a white culture. I think it's a religious thing.
I agree. I think it's more of
It seems like
Catholic
it seems like the
Christianity
government wants everybody to assimilate into religious beliefs,
I
which is
agree.
bullshit.
thing. That's what I think as well. I don't think it has to. I don't think this has to do with race. I think this. Has
And
to
now,
do with
obviously, it's
religion.
not all of the government because there's always two sides of the government. But like, and they each play off each other. But which is again, that's a whole other story. I think
Well,
that
Jesus had
very
long
weird.
hair.
he sure did,
And
He
Jesus
sure
had a
damn did.
beard.
and he had a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think he kept that beard like trimmed up and clean? Hell
No.
no.
You think he was sending people home?
I don't know. Would they?
He
have sent-
wasn't.
No. Do you think they would send Jesus home?
What school did Jesus go to?
Hebrew High, bro.
God's taking note of this. You know that. Right?
I love
thought
it. I
that's what
like
it was
that. But
called.
seriously, he had to have gone. He had to
I-
do something, right?
I just cannot. Yeah, I know.
What do you think he put like on the forms when there was
Greg,
like
Greg
what-
Poole is the superintendent. So go fuck yourself, Greg.
Greg?
Greg.
Oh, do you know the name of the high school? Did you find that? It's Barbers Hill.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
the school district is Barbers Hill Independent School District. Barbers.
Yeah,
that's-
Barbers
that's
What's
Hill.
the high school name? You have that information?
Greg Poole.
Motherfucking weeby white here.
Nice. Greg
It's
Poole.
probably like George Carver High or something. Is that a person? George Carver?
He,
Fast food man knows. What is it?
he stated the policy is legal and teaches students to conform as a sacrifice benefiting everyone. Because I'm very offended when people have long hair.
Honestly, that makes me more mad.
Well,
that rule just actually upsets me.
Tell him to provide some proof of them enforcing the same rule on other students.
Yeah.
right.
I want to have a sit down with you, Greg.
Because here's what I've been thinking of this whole time. Every generation of public school kids in high school, you always have that one clique that's like the metalheads, man, with the long fucking hair. They're listening to Metallica. Do they not have that clique there because they can't have hair that long? I need to know these things. I need to know. What
we
what
have
about
to-
the metalheads?
We have to
We
investigate.
have to report live.
Yeah, we have to investigate.
Where is it?
Why
Dude,
don't
how much trouble do you think you'd get in if you just showed up at a massive public school for the day and just like attended the school?
Did
Like
what?
at our age right now.
Just like walked in.
Yeah, and just acted like you
Probably
were there. No one would
Nowadays,
know.
probably a lot. You'd
That's
probably
like
get
a
tagged.
Yeah,
movie. Isn't
I
that
don't-
like Billy Madison?
I don't
No, but
think
he's supposed to be there.
I don't think
Someone-
we'd get 15 minutes in before we'd get tossed.
I don't know, man. I think I
Did
could.
someone do that at Central one day? Wore a uniform and everything.
When I was my freshman year at Central, the kids that had just graduated the year before, they came back at lunchtime all in their Central uniforms and was sat at a table. It was funny.
Yeah, I'd
That
say
is
that
funny.
that'd be funny to do, but we're too old.
One
now.
time when I was teaching in North Carolina,
Way too
this
old
has
now.
nothing
We
to
could
do
have
with
pulled
it.
it off back then at that
But I had
age.
two. I don't remember their names, but they were two. It's not because they're Asian. I just don't remember the names because it was like 15 years ago. I'm okay, but one of them went off.
You
to
didn't
the
care about Asians back then? Is that what you were insinuating?
No,
Stop
I
the
just,
Asian hate, Yukon.
I just don't remember their names
Okay.
because it was so long ago. But one of the they were twin brothers, and one of them went off to the School of Math and Science. The other one stayed at Fike High School. And then, like, it was the day before Christmas, and like everyone was there, and they decided to switch places.
Love this
And
move.
he came, and I was like, he was there, and I was like, it was just odd because I kept talking to him and calling him by his brother's name, but I was like, it was just weird. He just seemed like he wasn't himself.
Right.
That's awesome.
And I did not get it until I was like driving home to West Virginia for Christmas. I was like, shit, those
fuckers changed.
fuckers switched places. I know they did. And so that's the first thing I did. Okay, did you switch places with your brother? And they were like, Mr. Buchan, you're the only one that caught that. I said, I didn't catch it till I was like halfway to West Virginia.
yeah, that's a good move.
That's funny.
Mhm.
I think there was twins.
So fun.
There was a.
Mhm.
It was. I can't remember their names, but when I was in grade school, I was in 8th grade. They were 2 years younger than me, I think. It was a set of twins, but one of them went to LP with us, and the other one went to Sherrard, down the road. I swear to God, they would switch fucking places. Everyone used to say that. They'd be like,
Dude, that
they're
would
ju-
be
they're
so
just switching
fun.
places.
Wouldn't that be
Wouldn't it
cool,
be?
though?
It
It'd be
would be.
so fun, dude.
That'd be a lot of fun.
It'd be like, which school do you want to go to today? I'm gonna go to this one.
I'll take Sherrard today.
And your
Fine.
parents don't even know.
Probably not.
They just probably like
No.
they just switch clothes, and then they just hurry up and eat. And the mom and dad.
I think
probably
that'd
like,
be
"Well,
the.
whatever," and
I
they don't
think
know
that'd
what's
be the
going on.
best part about having an identical
Mhm.
twin. You could just pull off shenanigans like that all day.
Yeah.
I know that would be so fun.
It'd be a lot
so
of fun.
fun.
I'd like try to freak people out, make them think like,
Yeah,
they're
dude,
going nuts,
dude,
seeing
imagine-
double.
Imagine just like going on a date with your brother's girlfriend. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
swap
yeah.
places.
Or even like a first date.
yeah,
just
just
keep
like out to
keep switching.
out to dinner, something simple.
And then
and just,
fucking
like,
her.
Well,
Oh,
Jesus,
whoa. God, where-
Yukon. I
where-
said simple.
Where'd your mind go? Holy!
I watched the podcast
He
last
was-
week. There's nothing wrong with the word fuck.
That's
You
true.
can
I
say it
mean,
as much
dude,
as you
he was
want.
talking
In a
about dinner.
context. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, see now.
I was just talking about a buff rap from Ched's, and you went to
Go-
straight
go to the-
fucking her.
Go to the
buff
theater
rap
and get
from
filled up like
Chet.
that Congresswoman.
Yeah, that was the first date I heard.
I know.
That's crazy. Shout out her.
Shout out her.
Yeah. What
Who?
else is on your sheet? The Congresswoman.
You didn't see that clip?
What
No.
Congress?
From
She-
Colorado.
She
Oh.
on film, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was at
she
Vito. I
Fucking
was
yanked his crank.
Yeah.
I know. Well, he was grabbing her.
Pussy.
Yes, right there on. And like, why is she still? I don't understand this. We're killing deer, and yet she's staying in Congress.
Everybody loves a good fiddling, regardless where you're at.
The old fiddling.
Mm,
All right.
mm.
The old fiddling.
What else is on the sheet?
Is anything back for anybody today or this week?
I am not. That's all that I have.
Honestly, back is
Back.
Dave Portnoy attacking
Yeah, he is back.
newspaper.
Back on the offensive.
Yeah, back on the offensive.
Mhm.
He's in an all-out war with the Washington Post, and I love every second of it. That's the only thing I can think of.
I'm finding that a lot of this Dave Portnoy stuff. Like, I was just watching a couple of his videos, like the pizza ones,
Mhm.
and now like can't like.
Stop.
No, it's not that I don't want to watch them anymore, but like, how do you stop those showing up all the time? Because like pizza. I don't want to
Oh.
hear any more of his
Your
reviews.
YouTube algorithm's getting
algae.
you.
Yeah.
How do you break?
They'll
that?
go. It'll go away if
You
you
just
if
gotta
you just
start-
make sure you stop watching them.
You got to start watching something else.
Start
all the
watching
time.
like Sopranos clips or something.
Or like kitten videos.
That'll fill up your feed
No,
real
right now
quick.
I'm stuck on the King of Queens episodes, like Like,
Okay.
have you noticed that like they're doing like the short episodes of like short little excerpts of episodes, but they're like really cool.
And it happened.
Fuck yeah.
The chair gave out.
Fuck yeah.
I'm
dude.
good.
Minute
you're good.
55.
That's like out.
Yeah, do you want me to go get you a foldy, man?
No, I'm gonna stay here the whole time.
Okay.
He's gonna finish strong.
All right. Respect.
He's gonna finish strong.
Is that a Xanadu shirt?
It's a Soprano shirt. Carmela Soprano.
Do you watch The Sopranos?
No.
I've never seen it.
Now, just for clarification, someone broke this this week before I got here.
I
Oh,
don't-
yeah,
I don't think
the fat
so.
kid that's doing the 77 pounds did it, not you, Bubba.
Not you, Bubba.
Not you.
So back for me this
Oh,
week.
back for you.
Yes, as I balance myself on this chair. The Penguins are back. Penguins hockey training camp started. Very excited.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah. Stanley
Irish
Cup.
Road Bowling is this weekend.
Yes,
so that's
sir.
back.
Oh, fuck.
Yes,
That's
sir.
crazy.
And wearing hoodies is back.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're there.
Hoodies.
Even though we hit 80 degrees today.
Yeah, today, but I think it's the highs in the 60s on Saturday,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
very exciting.
Oh, fuck
Open
yeah.
window weather.
Very much so. Not back. A sad one again. I think maybe second in a row. Jimmy Buffett haven't been here since. So I
Rest in
think.
peace.
Yeah. Did I say
Probably.
that last week?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
All right.
It's a big RIP to legend Jimmy Buffett. Also, Twitter or X, not back again for like the fourth time. They're gonna start charging. I'm out.
Yeah, fuck that.
I hope there's an archive. To see. I used to be funny.
Wait, so they actually are charging? I'm going to have to
Apparently.
delete my... Oh, I'll just delete the new one that I made.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, you made a new Twitter account.
Just so I could know what's going on in the world.
Man, you're always like, I'm off of Twitter. I'm not doing Twitter anymore. And then you create a whole new account again.
Fuck Twitter, man. Fuck it.
I mean, just
well, yeah. No, first of all,
I mean, you can do whatever you want to
First
do.
of
You're
all-
a grown ass man. but
first
like,
of all-
you talk like a big game, but then like 2 weeks later, you're like, okay, I can't handle it anymore.
first of all, I left Twitter
okay.
and I didn't come
Twitter,
back to Twitter.
didn't leave him.
I
He
come
left
back
Twitter.
I came back to X. So I never got back on Twitter.
Okay, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
just
That's a good
now
point.
on X.
It's a good point.
You
He's
know,
on X
I'm on X.
very often. Also, not
very
back
true.
is a $100 million jet. We just lost it.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
just,
How
fact-
does that
the
happen?
fact that they're blaming it on the weather is hysterical. That's
yeah, but
literally
ha-
what they're saying.
It costs $100 million and there's not fucking GPS. How don't they know where it is?
I know. I did, but
Yeah, they said like the black box that wasn't working.
See,
I know.
that's shady.
Dude, a fucking alien abducted that shit, bro. It
Time.
doesn't.
See,
It doesn't just
now we're going-
disappear.
So-
It doesn't just. It just does not disappear, dude.
something else is going on.
Yeah.
with that.
It doesn't just disappear. Quit thinking that the weather caused it to disappear. It's just not how it works.
I agree. And sorry, I have a lot this week.
really
and
good.
lastly, also not back is Blue Jackets coach Mike Babcock. Very,
Hilarious.
Hey, can I see your phone?
very not back. Take a gander at the
Shit's
photos.
weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Shit's
He's, yeah,
So
people
he-
used to think he's too old.
he's
school,
a
but
hockey
just- I
coach.
think he's just weird.
Yeah, he had a lot of success for the Red Wings, and he just got hired. This is his first year, and a really famous Barstool Hockey podcast basically came out and said that he's really weird because, like one of the first days, all the new guys, he was like, "Give me your phone, let me go through it." And like going through the pictures of all these
In front of
fucking
them.
20-year-old young hockey guys, yeah. And so that caught wind of the league, and he resigned already.
It's very strange. Like he said, he had a lot of success with the Red Wings. I think he coached one of the Canadian gold medal teams. Then he was the Maple Leafs coach, right?
Yes.
And then he basically got forced out of there for some shit, right? There was drama in Toronto too. I'm pretty sure.
and I'm not even sure what it was.
Can't remember what it
before,
was, but he
he's-
got the axe there.
What an
So this was his first time coming back to coaching. Since then, it's been a pretty decent gap, right? Maybe
Yeah.
like 5 years.
what an easy
And he didn't even
way.
get to start the season.
Dude, but what an easy way though to see titty pics. Some guys have to work for those.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I wonder if the whole thing was just about titties.
probably.
Dude, yeah,
it
yeah.
always is.
Always is.
It's
So yeah,
always
very very strange. I have a back. Blink 182's back. They
That
dropped
they
2
are.
songs today.
Oh, I didn't
New
know that.
album comes out October 20th. And yeah, I like the 2 new songs for the most part.
Dude,
I'm sure they'll grow on me more.
I love the one more time song.
Yeah, I like that one better than the other one.
That shit, like just the meaning of the song
Yeah.
is just incredible.
It is. It's really good. Yeah, I agree.
I can't.
I
It's gonna
agree.
Make me cry.
100%.
Back and what's the other one?
Not back. The opposite.
Not back. I think that there's going to be a major paradigm shift in terms of the types of people who are going to be on sportscaster, like the talk shows, the sportscast, because Stephen A. Smith is like some of the shit he said about Max Kellerman and stuff.
Mm.
Like
think
people are
Stephen A's not
people are
back.
going after these like guys that are on the sports shows that aren't professional athletes, and I think there's like this. They're out to get them. So I think we're seeing
Both
a
those
change.
guys, Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith,
Yeah.
suck.
Dude, see,
Honestly,
No,
I hate all those national.
So do I.
don't
they're
watch
all,
any.
They're all horrible.
it's crazy, dude.
They're all horrible.
The only one I can stand is Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, I can't stand him. The only sports personality nowadays that I can stomach to listen to is Pat McAfee. Literally.
Well, yeah, McAfee's my favorite, but honestly, I really like Stephen A. Smith. Truthfully, I
don't know how you can handle him. Fuck.
Well, I mean, I don't like a.
I
don't agree with
forgot
everything
somebody
he
too.
says.
After, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I-
that's usually how it goes.
See, I like Max Kellerman, but I don't like Stephen A. Smith.
See, I think Max Kellerman genuinely has no idea what he's talking.
No, I think he's a fucking idiot.
half the time.
The only time I liked Stephen A.
Jeez.
Smith is whenever the Cowboys would play really bad and he'd make those videos
Oh,
to
yeah.
Skip
Yeah,
because I hate Skip
I
Bayless.
hate Skip
He
Bayless. too.
sucks.
Shrimp Bayless, the guy stinks.
he does.
They all
stink.
suck. Shannon Sharp is awful.
Dude,
they all
Shannon
are awful.
Sharp's funny as fuck.
Fuck
though, but
all
he'd be
those
like,
people.
Skip, skip, skip.
I
skip,
like.
skip.
I'm telling you, like the only sports personalities that I like these days, there's two of them. It's Pat McAfee and Dan Patrick.
Yeah.
I like Dan Patrick a lot, not because he talks sports, but then he gets like fucking awesome guests. He talks about more than just sports, a lot of sports, but then he'll get like Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler on
Yeah.
all the time, people like that, and like those interviews are fucking great. They're
Yeah.
so good. He's got a cool thing going. It's like a hybrid. It's almost like a podcast, but it's a radio show.
And I love that he gets put in all the movies now too.
Yeah. He's always in all the Adam Sandler
That's
movies.
fire. But yeah, no, I like Dan Patrick. I mean, this is a straight homer pick, but I honestly think McAfee's the GOAT. I think McAfee's going to go down as like the greatest. McAfee's going to go down as the guy that shifted national sports shows that are on TV.
Yeah, I agree.
that's what I'm saying.
He's made a
because-
big wave.
Yeah, because
already.
Well,
his
he played college football.
yeah.
And didn't he play professional football?
Yes.
as well?
Yeah, he won a
Well, that's
Super
what
Bowl.
I'm saying. Like the time of like Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, the people who have not played the Max Kellerman, if we may go, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think though that is slowly moving away. I don't think we're going to be hearing them as much anymore. I think
But
they're looking for
so-
people who are knowledgeable about specific sports.
So
and it's
then, do you
become-
think coaches that are very successful in sports that didn't play the game are going to be removed as well?
No,
because
no.
it could be you could apply the same thinking towards the sportscasters to the coaches as well.
I think that's always been the discussion.
Yeah, but
Hasn't it?
some of the best coaches though never played.
They just have a mind for the game.
They're just really
The X's
good.
and O's, baby.
Really good at articulating. So that's why me personally I hate Max Kellerman, but I enjoy Stephen A. Smith because no, he didn't play, but he's been around legends for so long and been around just different games and has seen so many different things that a player can't see because when they're playing, they're only kind of tunnel vision to their team and maybe what's like privy going on, but like a guy like Stephen A. Smith really gets to watch and see the entire landscape. So at times he might actually have knowledge that a player may not have because of the time he's put in.
I couldn't agree more. Do you know who would make a great sportscaster?
Who?
Matt Canada. I think we should put him in the booth to call the game.
Dude,
I
he's
agree.
so bad.
He
And
is
honestly,
awful.
Tomlin too. Take Tomlin.
Dude,
Both of them together,
dude.
they would be great on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I know exactly. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah. So yeah, that was
like
good.
it.
really good.
I like
That was
it.
good.
Do you guys hate anything this week? Sorry, I'm throwing a lot at you.
I mean, me personally, I hate that the Broncos are starting very slow, and I hate that I'm 1,000% back in on the climb, and I'm ready for this
Yeah.
weekend, and I'm ready to be 3-1, and I'm ready to embrace all of the heartbreak that I deserve that I hope I do not get this football season.
Well said. I agree.
Trust it.
I love other people
no.
finding love, so
There
they can
you go.
invite me to their weddings and no other reasons.
Absolutely.
Hate. What do I hate this week? I hate people ordering 2 bowls at Chipotle. That should be outlawed, and it should go to other restaurants as well. If you're ordering for more than yourself, you have a significant other. Fucking congrats. You should have to go through the fucking drive-through.
I mean,
You
I
shouldn't
don't
be
hate
able to take
this.
fucking 5 years. Oh no, not on that one. On this one, yeah, they take so fucking long. I'm tired of it.
I like this. He's putting his fucking
I've
foot
never
down.
been behind somebody like that at Chipotle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
What else do I hate? Ticketmaster. I hate them again.
Yeah, trash. They
Um,
suck.
I couldn't get tickets to Zach Bryan, of course. I don't know why I thought I would. I got in and I was like 35,000. And if you know PPG, it doesn't hold that many people.
We
What
got
else?
tickets in Hotlanta.
Really?
I'm hyped.
Hell yeah. Touchdown celebrations when you're down like 20 points.
Oh,
I
the
think
worst.
you should
The
outlaw.
worst.
You should get a 30-yard penalty for that. And beer league games. Finally, this has probably been hated before. That start at 11 p.m.
Trash. I don't go to those ones.
Yeah, I did. It was awful.
I can't.
I slept like 3 hours.
Yeah,
Got up
it-
and worked. It was awful.
It's literally awful.
We won
The
though.
love of the game.
I'm
boys.
glad. I'm
with
glad
7
we
people.
won. Oh well, that's
Yeah.
impressive in
Yeah,
its
it
own
was.
right. How
For
many
the love of
goals
the
did your
game.
brother have?
2.
Okay. well,
How many did I have? 0. I broke the goal per game streak. I'm sad.
Shit.
Yeah,
I haven't played in so long that when I step back out there, I'll be so rusty.
Fuck, dude. I honestly love this weather that's coming.
so much. I fucking love it.
It's
so
my
much.
favorite time of the year.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be, right?
October's the best month of the year.
I went to my parents' house and picked up all my winter stuff today. Skipped there to pick it up. So
Fuck
excited.
yeah. Fuck.
All my hoodies and jackets.
Yeah, I washed my flannels. I got
There
them
you
hung
go.
up so they're not wrinkly.
I've already rocked a couple long sleeves
Yeah.
this past week.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready, dude. October's the best month. The weather's the best. You got fucking Halloween season. You got pumpkin candle season. You're already a few weeks into football, both college and professional. The NHL starts early October. I mean, it's just the best time.
Yeah, no,
And baseball ends in October.
that's a great point. It's a great point. I don't think we've ever asked you what's your favorite time of the year.
Oh, fall is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
It's like I'm living it now. It's
Fuck
just-
yeah.
It's so nice in the morning. It's nice and chill and
Yeah.
cool and
See, my
yes.
favorite time is Thanksgiving Eve to January 2nd.
Mm.
And I know that's a
Good.
big chunk of the year, but I don't
Good
care.
time.
It's the greatest time of the year.
Thanksgiving Eve to
Thanksgiving
January.
Eve, all the way to January 2nd, regardless of weather. It's always the best.
yeah.
The cheers in the air. You go out, you drink a lot more, you eat a lot more.
See people. You
See
haven't seen
people.
Yeah, I
long
mean it's
time.
definitely a good little section there.
Because
Yeah.
once January hits, I don't want to see you motherfuckers.
No,
you know
well,
what I
it's
mean?
tough, dude. January and February are always just tough months. I don't enjoy those 2 months.
January and February last half the year in my mind.
Yeah, they do.
They're the 2 longest months, and February's the shortest month of the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Riddle me that, dude.
Then March hits, and I got to be upset that I'm turning a year older. But then after the birthday, thank God it's early March. Then I'm like, all right, let's do this shit all over again.
Yeah,
Settle,
dude.
settle down and settle in a
do
little
this
bit.
shit all over again.
Oh, dude, and back. Fucking Star Wars Ahsoka's the greatest Star Wars we've ever seen in our goddamn life. And I don't care what anybody says.
It's really fucking
Let's
good.
go.
Really good.
I have a down bad man of the week, if I may.
Please.
And I don't care. Can't pronounce his name. It's Phil Jerkovich or whatever his stupid name is. Pitt's quarterback.
Oh, he's so bad, dude.
He's so bad.
I'm sorry. Like, I guess to touch on that
That
game
was-
real quick, like,
yes.
I'm so excited we won. But, like, that was just bad football.
Oh,
We
dude.
should have blown them out.
1,000%.
Pitt is a bad team.
1,000%. Dude, Duquesne scored more than Pitt. on
Yeah.
us.
So,
Duquesne is the king of Pittsburgh.
and I don't know. Maybe if Green didn't go down, we would have scored. Like, the offense would have been a little bit more effective. But one thing I will say, if we don't start utilizing that tight end more the rest of this season, we are fucking
He's
dumb.
6'7".
Dude, he's a beast. He's a pro tight end.
Yes.
He's so good.
Here's one thing I do know. I'm a Garrett Green guy. Love Garrett Green. Nothing but great things to say about Garrett Green. But I do know, Nico, yes, this is high school. Dude is a fucking winner. Like, I remember a couple years ago he was on ESPN's top 10 because he brought his like high school team back in like a state championship playoff game. I think they were down like 21 with like 3 minutes to go. Like the dude is a winner. So if he can just win us games now, get comfortable when the meat starts in the schedule, and we can hold down home and figure out these. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm trusting the fucking climb, bro. 8-4 is obtainable if you look at our schedule.
Yeah, it's obtainable every year.
No, but but we don't have to play Texas or Kansas. So like we play all 4 of the new schools. We're very lucky in that, right? So
I hope, man. I hope we haven't beat Texas Tech in like 5 years.
4 years.
4 years. So this weekend's a big game.
Sorry, dude. Patrick Mahomes never.
And we should have I know, which is crazy. But like it's really frustrating when like I think last year, definitely 2 years ago, like we should have beat Texas Tech.
Oh, for sure.
It was the biggest blunders you ever seen that we blew those games.
They
so
crushed us.
we better fucking win. We better fucking win.
That's right. 3:30.
But real fast, I'm going to lay into Phil. So what was it, 2 weeks ago? He played bad at home, and got booed
Yes.
in Pittsburgh. And he fucking cried in the post-game interview. How about how pathetic
yeah.
So boo. You can't take getting fucking booed, pussy. And then
Big pussy.
reportedly he played really bad against WU. I didn't watch it. I was getting down on the dance floor.
Oh, he was so bad.
He went 8 for 20 with 80 yards and 3 interceptions.
3 picks.
It's not very good. And then
His QBR rating was 10.2.
Then what did he do? He didn't make himself available to the media.
Yep.
Everyone's like, well, that's Narduzzi's decision. It's like, I bet if he wanted to
So
talk
Phil?
to the media. he
Boo.
Yeah,
Boo you,
he
Phil.
stinks. He stinks.
could- Boo you. But yeah, I mean, boys, are there any other cool, compelling things on that sheet that we should
No,
touch
I
on?
only have 2. I only have 2.
What's the other one?
No, he meant like he already did.
It was the bow hunt. It was the bow hunt.
That whole sheet's about the school thing.
This whole
Oh,
thing's
okay.
about
Yeah,
the
it's not
school.
multiple
Fuck
things.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, I just wanna
Yeah,
come
so you
with a
better
couple
keep this
things.
up. Come prepared next week too.
Oh, well, I'm the social
We're
justice
relying
person.
on you.
Yeah, yeah, we are heavily. Please come. But yeah, boys, I don't know. I'm happy to be back. I feel like it's been a while. Been a couple weeks.
I can't believe it was like the first week of September. Now I feel like September's over.
Yep.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I set my first meeting at work for November. I was like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
that's really close.
It's gonna and that'll be here fast.
Very fast, very fast.
Crazy.
You guys got anything else?
I would just like to say, I thought last week's episode with you and JT and your mommy and daddy
That's
was
right.
really, really good.
Thank you.
That was just really, really good. It was so funny, but it was so sincere at times. It was really good.
Yeah, no, I greatly appreciate that. And
It was
there's
good.
there's 40 extra minutes in the archive that we had to cut off because it went off the fucking rails
Yeah.
after that moment.
Yep.
After the very end, it went off the fucking rails. So,
That's all right.
I mean, dude, if we get to 2,000 Instagram followers at the Juicebox Podcast, I'll release the tapes, dude.
Oh,
Release the
okay.
tapes.
2,000.
2,000.
What are we
How many
at?
do you?
500. I don't really want to release the tapes, but if we get there, I'll release the tapes.
All right.
That's the number it would be.
All right.
So
I'll
yeah,
hold you to it.
Follow us on Instagram at the Juicebox Podcast. Follow me at Juice Fisherman, and thank you.
Go
Well-
right ahead.
Thank you, Jake, for helping me out this week when I was losing my mind. And putting out a new blog this coming Saturday. I was trying to do it every other week. So I don't know. It's like bi-weekly, but then this would be tri-weekly. Is that such a thing? So I may do it tri-weekly. But anyhow, yep. But yeah, ajbucon.com. Why are you? Okay.
Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider for now, but not for long. Follow me on Instagram at the Harry Slider.
Yep. Social media list still. They call me Czar. That's ZAR. Don't get it twisted.
Bye bye.